Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this matchup between arnpoly and Marashu, a round one playoff matchup that should be starting fairly soon, I think. I am here joined by Ziggy. What do you think about this one, Ziggy?
Well, I believe people heard me before we actually started the stream proper, but I believe this is going to probably be one of the more even series that we're going to have. Arnpoly had a pretty fantastic a group stage in the gold grinds with a 6-0, whereas Marashu had kind of a bit of a struggle in the radishes, but looked really good in the games that he's won. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this one is going to turn out. Testing. Can you guys hear me?
Sorry about that. Yes, or at least
Okay.
I think they should be able to hear you. We're just waiting for someone to drop the gate, so we should be starting very shortly.
So yeah, what we are looking, I do not believe we can see the stats at the start right now. We might have a little bit of an issue with the tracking, so we're going to have a surprise when the seat starts.
Oh, sorry about that. I will let you start off with everything while I get that fixed.
There's no problem. So we've already been seeing like kind of a lot of interesting things happening. We just had a very interesting quad. If you haven't watched that quad race, you probably want to catch it. But now we are starting our race between arnpoly and Marashu. Let's see what we have in the treasury. What does Lorik have for us? Sometimes he's going to be generous, usually not. But here we start with a key. And a key. And a key. So that's 3 keys for our players. 26 HP, no spells, no MP. And I think we're going to have to explore. And 11 strength, 5 HP. 5 HP. 5 defense, 11 agility. The 5 HP would be a problem. So let's check the treasury. We have a herb. More gold. So we'll have full keys at the start. Wings. And another herb. Nothing very consequential except for the fact that we are starting with keys, which would allow our players... Our players are not going to have to worry about keys for the entirety of the seed. Also, we're going to have a gold grind open, if it's possible to get it going early and we find a town with good gear.
So yeah, the infamous triple key start. I am a well-known hater of the double key start, but I do not mind the triple key start. That is a totally different decision-making process. It's very rare, but I do not mind it. But we'll see what they've got. The mountain cave underneath the castle, and
Rogue Scorpion's hard to run away from at level 1 with 11 agility, so arnpoly is going to be sent out. But we have a gold grind available, right? With just only Tantagel, so we'll have to see how the stats come out, if Hurtmore happens quickly, if we have towns close. Here, arnpoly is going to immediately start exploring, and we're in some corner at the bottom of the map, in the mountains, pretty scenic looking. But usually that means it's going to take a long time to find everything.
Kind of reminds me of the entrance to the Cave de Rhone, with Canik right here.
Yeah, except it's sea instead of mountains at the bottom. You're right. Let's hope the overworld is not as dangerous, though. Ooh, well, no, maybe it is. Hurt more on the
Careful what you say.
Oh. Actually, I'm lying. I would like the overworld to be dangerous. It's more fun that way. I am a terrible person. So which one of our players are going to manage to get the kill? So our players have herbs, but no torches. The ghost, however, seems to be like a pretty good enemy. 6 damages. This ghost has max HP and is going to go down. I believe only Marashu did the chest glitch to get full herbs, right?
I do not know that. I was fixing my earlier errors at that point.
And arnpoly decides to not use one of the herbs. Goes back home.
Our tracker does say that Marashu did do the chest glitch.
No luck on ghosts from Marashu. If you have 6 herbs, however, I think it's possible to boop Magidraki to death.
Yeah, but as long as you get ghosts here, I don't know that I'm going to want to spend all my time booping a Magidraki only for it to show me heal at the end.
Oh, yeah, that can happen. Both our players have 1 ghost down. Ooh, Wolf already, so yeah, zone... I guess the desert to the right, like if you go a little bit up, you can have zone 1 in the desert here. So let's see if one of our players figures it out while arnpoly figures out the magician has hurt more.
Marashu, on the other hand, gets the second ghost and is going to be able to show us what level 2 is going to be.
Alright, let's see the numbers we get. 1 power, 10 agility, 2 HP, 20 MP. Not very consequential. Lots of MP to cast nothing.
Yeah, that's a mighty large amount of MP that, we can cast as many spells as we have.
Yep. None. 12 strength opens up the Magidraki, however. You will be able to hit it every time. So with herbs, I think the Magidraki would be the logical step here to hit level 3. But Marashu actually decided to run away from it, whereas arnpoly figures out, oh, well, this desert is going to be the zone, so maybe I should stay here.
Did we see that cave that arnpoly's walking around?
I do not think so. I think Marashu saw it, and that's where he got hurt more by a magician. But I don't know if anybody actually went inside of the cave.
Well, the nice thing is that 12 AP is enough that you can start doing 2 to the Magidraki, so the booping is a little more straightforward here.
Ooh, no healing for arnpoly, and the ghost surprises him with 4 damage. That's kind of a consequential mistake here, considering the ghost is really the only enemy, whereas Marashu gets a crit on a Magidraki who is not going to see a heal, and immediately gets level 3 with 2 power, 13 agility, 5 HP, 3 MP. So the agility is going up nicely. So exploration would be, there would be a potential for exploration, but the strength is not going up.
Well, it went up enough to be able to guess. I guess we could have gotten that 12 crit before, but we got it there. So these Magidrakis are receiving Marashu's wrath.
Oh, there was a slime in the zone to the east, and the cave is actually swamp.
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to want to try to cross swamp right now, although it might be something worth trying to see if it backs into Garanham, find something interesting. But I don't know if the agility's been going up, but I don't know it's going up quite that much yet. Marashu gets level 4. 2, 2, 13, 1, and sleep. So that gives you a little more options if you're trying to travel. I think I'd try to take one peek across the swamp here.
Yeah, we've seen the rogue scorpion in this zone. No, neither of our players had actually checked the cave, which really surprises me. At the start, like a cave like that can be something amazing, like a fairy water or a torch by the old man or a tablet cave. Damn, Marashu keeps critting. That scorpion goes down in 1 hit.
Yeah, this is quite the crit sequence here for Marashu, and they're good crits too, A lot of these crits you get end up being after you were only a swing or 2 away anyway, but nope, his were the let's cover the whole range we've got crits, and those are really, really helpful.
Yep, arnpoly gets a Magidraki down. It's going to hit level 3. Not very far behind. Level 4 should come pretty quickly. And Marashu is going to give it a shot in Mountain? Yes? No? Maybe? Ooh, hurt more again. Yeah, the Magician, it seems to have... I wouldn't be surprised if the Magician was 75% hurt more. right now.
Yeah, it
I think
definitely
we've seen
looks like
enough.
it.
You never know the first time you see one, but if you get hurt more twice on the first turn, I think you catch the or 3 times with this back attack. Survives with 3 HP.
Yet the tracker is showing us it's actually 50% hurt more, but lovely, a 25% heal behind that.
Ooh. Well, we've seen a lot of hurt more if it's 50%. It's been kind of bad luck for our players.
Yeah, when you get level 4, though, you can throw him to sleep and get him down pretty quickly without necessarily the damage.
Oh, Marashu's going the wrong way here in Mountain. Figures it out. There we go.
We do have magicians in that swamp zone and ghosts, so wow, that rogue scorpion was actually a really unfortunate find because there was some good, there were ghosts in here that they could have gotten while trying to dive. So far, two of the 5 monsters are nice, easy ones to deal with.
We get to the first chest. Nice walk, and we get a curse spell.
And now with this sleep, we'll hopefully get the rogue scorpion down. It's 6 out of 16 sleep resist, so it's not a surefire thing, but it's a whole lot safer than trying to run at this point.
I believe the chance is going to be a little bit close. I think it's at 39 that it's exactly the same, right? Ooh, Knight is going to be a problem. Gets the back attack. Might try to sleep this one as well, but no, manages to run away.
Werewolves also are good sleep targets at this point in time, but Marashu just gonna run away instead. Manages to get away. We've got weak breath there, so that was nice. You hear that breath at this point in time, and you get scared.
Bamboo pole dragon scale? Oh, is that the actual sword?
It almost always is.
Oh,
Yes,
it is. Oh, this is huge for Marashu. The sword is in mountain, and arnpoly is going to have to go down here to get it. And this zone is not easy. Sleep golems in there, gonna get punched for 33. Wakes up, and sadly will not get the sea chest 5 on this trip. But he actually got the sword out of this mountain, and it's a very dangerous mountain at level 4. Marashu just got a massive boon here, and is going to go out and probably stop looking for Zone 2, Zone 1, see what enemies is there. You can, at this point, you can kill wolves, you can kill warlocks, you have a lot of power.
Yeah, definitely, you like to get that last chest, but at this point, I'm not particularly bothered by leaving the 5th chest unseen at the moment in time, given that I can now start blasting through stuff. Armor would obviously be nice to find if it were down there, but right now, that offense has been the thing that's been really killing us.
Marashu arnpoly decides to not try mountain here, which is pretty consequential. Whereas Marashu is going to go on the map. That's a bit more than the stop spell on it.
Yeah, with the agility what it is, and him being 2 experience away from the next level, I might have stuck around long enough to grab that before I started wandering off, but that's a lovely cave.
If there's something on the other side, this is going to be annoying for a while. I love when that happens. I love when that happens in front of Sherlock.
Yes, that makes me happy. Or I have had one seed once where Tentacle Castle was stuck, was locked on all 3 sides, and right next to it was Hawksness, so you had to go in and out of Hawksness every time you left the castle to get out into the world. That was fun.
Marashu finds the grave, actually gets to the chest without seeing one enemy, gets gold, wings, and Fighter's Ring. That's a good find. I'm not sure he's going to dive. Maybe he's going to try for it.
Nah, he's just open out. Even I, Mr. Always Dive Grave, would nope out right here. You cannot survive a whole lot of stuff at the moment, and And there's no use in getting the gold grind right now, which would be the other nice thing for it. So 6, 12, 3, 1, and Stop Spell as our next level.
And yeah, both of our players got level 5. At this point, I really want to go check Mountain. See, like 48 agility, 49 HP, starting to look like something like you can get through most mountains.
It may be one of those things he's waiting to die to do, and he's just not getting killed at the moment.
During that time, Marashu just bopped a Wyvern for 64 MP, 64 XP, sorry. He's now 1 experience away from a level. And is having pretty good run luck.
We did get the unfortunate news that there is nothing on the other side of that cave, so we will not be watching us go in and out of it on a frequent basis.
Level 6 immediately for Marashu. We get 3 power, 34 HP, and 1 MP. We still, yeah, MP is going up, but we don't have much spell except for sleep.
Yeah, well...
But at this point, with this HP, like, if I see another Magic Wyvern, I really want to sleep it and attack it.
Yeah, Marashu ran from the last Magic Wyvern he saw, and, could have slept it and gone on, but now, you know, might have been afraid of waking up and a hit that might kill him. But now with 83 HP, those become a lot less scary, and you can throw as many sleeps as you want to out there, because you're not going to run out of MP before you run out of, you know, something's going to kill you directly.
During that time, arnpoly tried to attack a wolf, did 3 damage, and went like, well, okay, maybe not. Maybe not a good idea. Yeah, the strength is not growing up very fast. Like, we're getting good HP, we're getting good agility, spells we haven't gained much, but sleep and stuff spell is good utility, but the strength is really not growing. The sword is going to be very, very important in this seed. It's the kind of seed where, if you have the sword, it's fine. If you don't have the sword, it's a real slug. And I have to think with that level, arnpoly is going to try Mountain now. He wants to die. Yep.
Yeah, definitely just get in the swamp, do the slam move, get yourself all restored, and get yourself ready to go wander in the mountain cave.
I am impressed at the amount of exploration Marashu has managed to do on 48 agility and a couple of herbs. That is kind of wild.
Especially given that he's walking through Charlock, you know, to get to this next part of land. So it's quite the feat.
And he finds another cave. Not much in terms of towns, but caves. Oh, arnpoly actually did not choose to go to Mountain here, and it's starting to get consequential. Oh, there is a town down here, right under the Harp Shrine, in the corner. Well, that is a nice beach resort, Garanum. Say hello to the hamsters. Let's see what's in the shop. Chainmail.
Chainmail's a nice find. Probably gonna go check the back to see if there's any more gold so we can make that a half plate instead before we make one purchase.
I think that's a bad idea, because if you buy the chainmail, you will manipulate the armor in the back. Cap. Here is the token as well.
So the harp, the token, we have the trade-in cave right next door, so we can go ahead and turn that in for the staff. That'll be nice. Below this, we're gonna have what? Tablet, jerk, stones, or the other side of swamp.
Yep, I think that's what's missing. A half plate, we're getting herbs refill. I don't know if he actually did buy the herbs, I don't think he did. But since we have no healing, this is probably consequential. Alright, Stone Man, the other old man, has gold. So we cannot die in Garanum to set up a gold grind, but we can just set one up at home if we found a silver shield. I think it's the kind of seed where a silver shield would be very warranted, because we're going to be fighting a lot of enemies with melee.
Yeah, most definitely. So Marashu does trade in that heart for the Staff of Rain, and he will continue on. We didn't see a shield at all in Garanham, did we?
Nope. I think the last item... we saw a lot of weapons. Ooh, Metal Slime runs away. We saw a lot of weapons, not very important for Marashu. And so here, like, arnpoly is managing to keep up with experience pretty well, actually, with this dedicated grind. Marashu's advantage right now is really on quantity of exploration he's managed to do so far.
Our tracker has pointed out that you can actually see Garanham from the starting area. So it's possible Marashu saw that earlier and was continually trying to get here and just took this long to do it.
Oh yeah, that forest to the right is actually the forest right next to Tentacle. You're right. Blast the trackers. Thank you, King. So Marashu's gonna stuck up on herbs. Yeah, I think it's if the healing does not come quickly, I think we're going to see a lot of trips to Garanham to just re-herb.
Yeah, you'd love to find a grind spot right around here so that you can go at it hard and then come back. I mean, we did see Wraith Knights just to the west of here. I might want to test out that zone and see what's there, because you can kill a couple of Wraith Knights on one set of... Oh, no, we're right here. You can kill this, you know, with a couple of swings and then heal up and take it out again.
Yep. Arnpoly got 3 strength, 7 agility, 10 HP at level 7. And chooses to continue to grind.
Yeah, I think it's just the strength is so poor, and he doesn't have any, you know, offense. He doesn't have any offense of any note, and so kind of nervous. Hey, you go out, you're not going to get any experience, and maybe potentially worried about that. But this wolf sitting at home might finally push him to go into grave. 93 HP is enough to really give a few things a shot. So we'll see what arnpoly decides to do here. Nope.
Nope.
I said grave, I meant mountain.
Oh, this Metal Slime is sticking around. This zone is really good. We have Wraith Knight and Metal Slimes. This could be... Oh, we got away after 2 hits. The classic.
Yeah, and Scorpions as a nice little filler monster. Oh, and Red Slimes, which of course is everybody's favorite monster, so...
Yeah, Red Slimes and Drakeys round out the zone. So Arnpoly is going to punch wolves for 5 damage, probably up to level 8 now.
Marashu really wishes he could get some of his earlier crits now.
Yep. No bueno, not even hitting. 4 misses in a row, and the Metal Slime runs away, but he gets another shot immediately.
Yeah, I was ready for that Metal Slime to leave and ready to try another one out. It was too blocky for me.
It was scary to try that at 48 HP, but he's still going to go at it. Oh no, it just straight up 2-shots it.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if you get Repel at level 8, because just being able to do just those Wraith Knights, while the Metal Slimes are nice in theory, when they can run away, you're only about 25% to kill them per encounter, which means that they ultimately add up to around, like, 60 experience per encounter, and the Wraith Knight's just as good. And much more consistent.
And much faster too. Like these fights take time, but you have to try. Like you have to swing at it.
Oh, absolutely.
Arnpoly discovers that there's some Sherlock stuff out there.
Yeah, he's learning about the difficulty of getting to the location that Marashu's in. We'll see if that funnels him towards the mountain cave. It does not.
One more Metal Slime decides to run away at after 2 hits at 1 HP left.
But arnpoly does opt to walk into Swamp Cave and go across it, so we'll see what shows up on the other end of that, because we haven't made that trip yet.
Well, yeah, getting through this, and seeing it's not that bad should lead arnpoly to go, yeah, maybe I should give Mountain another try. And we get Sharlock. So we have Sharlock on the map, and we have Sharlock on the map. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything close, except for Goldman. You can't kill it.
Goldman's real nice if you have anywhere that you know you can spend money. But at this port, arnpoly has no idea anywhere to spend money. And the Knights have hurt more, but we have Stop Spell. But he also doesn't have any offense, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, 28 attack power, I don't think you can. No, you cannot hit the Knight at all.
Marashu would enjoy the Knight, arnpoly not so much.
Also has not picked up herbs in the treasury, so cannot go through that swamp. Catches a green dragon. So 25% chance to kill a Metal Slime. Marashu is batting way below average at 0%.
Yeah, that's slightly worse.
Out of what, 6 attempts? 6 or 7?
Feels like even more. It's probably 6 or 7, but it always feels like more in one of these situations, and then you go see your post-game stats and you're like, wow, it was only that much?
Well, the Rate Knight is all reliable and gives him level 8. Oh, and arnpoly is going to leave and finally go to Mountain. 10, 3, 15, and 2. We keep getting, decent physical stats, so they're very brutish heroes. Not that strong, but very resistant.
Yeah, got a lot of survivability out here, as long as you don't... A lot of ways to avoid taking damage, I should say. Not necessarily survivability, because you have to somehow undo the damage you do take, but they at least can avoid a lot of it at this point. Or absorb a lot of it.
Yeah, we say that, but arnpoly at 55 agility just got back attacked and hurt more by a magician. Because why not? And again, twice in one trip. What? Oh, that is awful. He's down to 25 HP now.
Well, hopefully he can get to the second chest, because if he can do that, he can set up an herb grind. If he dies here.
Just gets hurt more twice. Hopefully that does not deter him from going back into Mountain. While Marashu went like, okay, these stats are pretty nice. I'm going to go back and continue the exploration. I don't blame him. The zone was not very good for him. The Metal Slimes really didn't work out.
Yeah, you don't generally want to hunt Metal Slimes until your attack power is so big you can do guaranteed damage to them. Or if the other monsters in the zone are pretty nice too. With Red Slime and Drakey in there, it's just not worth hunting them.
But Marashu finds a town pretty quickly. And the west side of the map. And some nice wyverns.
Yeah, these wyverns are also really, really nice to see. Again, obviously I'm going to go in the town first, but then I might sit around here and see what else is with this wyvern. Because if it's like the other area, there might be Magi wyverns with it as well. And we find coal and find the search spot. Nothing.
No. Empty coal, but might have a large shield in here.
No, but we have a lot of goodies.
The shield is interesting, though. I'm thinking about it at this point, considering how the stats are going.
Well, yeah, I think the next time I die... Ooh, I just saw some lights flicker here, so there is always the chance that I lose power and the stream goes down, and if so, I apologize, and I will put up a vodcast at a time to be named later. Just the last just is just gold, but yeah, I might go back to Grave, go down to bottom Grave, get those last 2 chests, and then use that to turn it into a gold grind and come back here, get myself decked out in armor, and then I'm good for the game.
arnpoly chooses to not stop spell the knight. Maybe he just wanted to die out of mountain. I wonder if he's just going to immediately push exploration.
Well, yeah, he just cleared off the whole cave. So now let's see if he's gonna go at least do an herb grind or something like that, or gold grind. Or I thought he finished off the whole thing. Okay, he's going out the very interesting way.
Also, he got chest 5, which Marashu was not able to see, which is only gold. So, nothing less there for Marashu. I don't know if he's going to go check it again if he sets up for a gold grind. But he's going to be a little bit disappointed. arnpoly actually chooses to resume grinding in the Wolf Zone.
That's a choice. I don't exactly understand it. I mean, I guess you think I've got 3 wolves to go till I get to levels 8, and then who knows what that's gonna be. It's just not gonna work out well for him.
Marashu goes for also a play, tries to attack the Stone Man, wakes up after 1 turn. Finds another town. These towns are coming in quick for Marashu in this section of the map.
I'm gonna predict Cantlin here. But meanwhile, we get level 9, and that is 5 power, 1 agility, 4 hit points, 2 magic points, and the spell of heal! Oh, that's big.
With that swamp, I know, it's way too swampy, it has to be Breckenary.
Called it.
There you go. He's gonna Breckenize because his health is a little bit low, but... Yep. Smelled like Breckenary.
I am going to go pick up fairy water while I am here. Make myself be able to knock off quite a bit of these little small-time monsters. But he does pick up the large shield, which may mean he's not thinking... he may not be thinking about gold grind anymore. With the half plate, I might not think about it till much later.
He hasn't seen also magic armor, but there's no real hurry to do this. His exploration is going pretty well. You don't feel pressed. Ooh, stop spell.
There was magic armor as well as the silver shield in Cole.
Oh, really?
I believe so. I believe I saw that. So it's definitely still an option, but I don't think you're going to intentionally set it up necessarily. You might do it whenever you go into Grave, and it kind of gives it to you there, or when, like you said, when you check Mountain 5, go grab a second chest so you can set that up. Meanwhile, right outside of Swamp, arnpoly finds a town that we have not seen yet.
1 tile north, and immediately the town appeared. That's the kind of thing that's gonna make player panic a little bit. And it's Cantlin. Oh, our players could have had a copper sword pretty early. And yeah, there's some gear, a large shield. Oh, arnpoly got the sword out of mountain, and now we see Scantlin was very, very, very close. So I'm thinking arnpoly probably, maybe a little bit of a panic right now.
Well, first he saw the sword in the mountain, which would have already put me in panic, and then seeing this afterwards, you know, he even went across and just went south instead of north, so didn't see it the first time, and then had to wait a little while longer. So you're worried about a lot of this, but...
Yeah, let's, go the right way is, very important.
We do also have a silver shield here, which is a much easier pickup.
More Metal Slime shenanigans for Marashu. 2 damage done. And this time he gets the 3rd one. Gets the kill for his first Metal Slime. Boops to 1,400 experience. That is huge.
So arnpoly wants to get that large shield, and probably doesn't remember that he has a cursed belt in his inventory because it's been a little while. And it's not selling that, and instead is sitting out here and grinding to try to get that large shield money. So I imagine the next monster he kills will go right back in.
That's almost not very bad, though. Well, you can stop spell that, I guess. A lot of hurt more this seat so far. We've seen, Magician had hurt more. This Druid Lord has hurt more. The Knight has hurt more. Marashu's gonna discover this hurt more, maybe? Yep, sent home 44 damage, close to max.
That may force him to go across.
This or he's going to commit to check chest 5. He still has not seen chest 5 in Mountain.
Yeah, and of course, he has seen the magic armor and the silver shield, so it can be kind of a really efficient swing if he decides to do it that way.
Yep, agreed. And after that, you have so much HP, you have a lot of defense, you have decent agility, and yeah, you can explore the entire map pretty comfortably, even if you don't have heal more. We haven't seen the police yet. We haven't seen neither the Red Dragon or the Armor Knight. I think worst enemy we've seen is Stone Man. Maybe a couple blues. I don't know.
If I recall correctly, we did see Golem with Sleep, which
right,
might
that
be
was
interesting if it has no stop spell resist.
Yeah, it wasn't Mountain 2, so maybe we're going to see one again.
We also have not checked the spike tile on Swamp. Well, Marashu remembers the Golem having the sleep, immediately throws the stop spell, it lands, which is good to know. I probably would have tried it again, but I also get why he did not. Because, you know, if the resist is high, then you may have just given up your whole dive here.
Baby Brett Werewolf with sleep. Oh, that's a problem. Actually strikes again and survives.
Ooh, that was an adventure.
But an adventure that brings it to level 10. 3 power, 1 agility, 10 HP, and outside.
Well, that's going to be convenient once he gets this chest.
For sure. Level 9 for arnpoly. Arnpoly has not checked the coordinates, right?
He has not. When he did not have the money for herbs after buying that large shield, and therefore couldn't build himself up enough to go check the coordinates. At least I believe he didn't have the herbs. Either that or he wanted to keep position.
And Marashu barely makes it to chest 5, gets his gold.
And is opting to try to death warp out of this rather than go back. Probably faster, honestly, than having to walk all the way around the castle.
Yeah, and you don't have to go see the old man for your MP, so that makes sense.
Meanwhile, arnpoly did see all the goodies in Cantlin. We at least saw a full plate and a silver shield in Cantlin. So him getting those 3 things, he doesn't appear to be wanting to do the gold grind here, but that's an option he could have been doing.
He might feel horribly behind right now, and he wants to really go through the scene as quickly as possible. Especially since now he has a heal spell. Whereas Marashu probably feels pretty good with his position. He got a lot of crits early on to get some levels, got the sword out of a dangerous mountain on the first attempt, found some good stuff, got at least 1 metal slime kill. If I'm Marashu right now, I'm feeling in great position in this seed, and he is in great position. If I'm arnpoly, I'm panicking.
The only reason I'd be uncomfortable if I'm Marashu is because he went out and grinded before he did any real venturing into Mountain Cave, and so, you know, if your opponent went in there and got that run in to start off with, because, you know, a lot of the monsters in that first part were not particularly problematic, then you know that, you know, he could have been killing these things for a few minutes while you were trying to find that first ghost to kill.
Interesting quantity of money for Marashu only gets for the silver shield, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like he's content to finish off with half plate until he finds Erdrick's armor.
which is one of the two items we're left to find right now. Like, we found some good stuff in Garinum. We found the harp and the stones in Garinum. We're missing the armor and we're missing the stones right now. So, I mean, exploration might be over pretty quickly. What we have left now is the coordinates. We've seen coal. Coal is nothing. We have Hawksness. 2 chests engraved. I believe we've seen Stone Man in the back of Garinum, so Tablet would be outstanding. And Rimmelsdorf chest. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so that's what, 4 chests and 2 search spots?
Yep, pretty much.
So yeah, we're running out of options over here for stuff.
Ooh, Magic Wyvern have the baby Wombo.
You can show them
baby breath.
You can show them what it's like by putting them to sleep and then hitting them with an attack that's roughly the same as that baby breath they're throwing at you, and see how they like it.
Yeah, well, Marashu has a lot more HP. 122 at level 10. If you've seen the previous quad race, that is a big difference compared to the 41 our players had in that race.
I would love it if Marashu would top his health out while he's exploring, though. You know, he's got 122 max HP, but he's walking around at 105, and if he gets sleep-locked by something, that can go down real fast. Or if something has a surprise DL2 breath that he doesn't know about, that could potentially result in some bad times.
Yep, I believe he's saved with the money, right?
He did save with the money, but he's also grinding a lot, and I would hate to lose the experience that he's gotten along the way at this point.
That's true, yeah, he's almost 100 experience away. And another crit. That Rate Knight gets boosted for an extra 72. Oh, would be, yeah, the crit would have been nice in this fight as well.
Now both our players are trying to get down metal slimes and failing to. I think this Star Wyvern's a little ambitious.
The thing is, arnpoly is not that far behind in checks D spark over tile. That's nice. arnpoly is not that far behind in Oh, the Star Wyvern actually kills Marashu, and Marashu is going to lose all of the experience he got on the way. How much was it? Yeah, it was over 200 experience. So now arnpoly's only 200 experience back of Marashu. That's actually kind of a big swing here.
Yeah, I will mention, he did throw a stop spell to see if he could do stop preemptively a heal more or something like that didn't land. But then he had the kill at that last swing, but the Star Wyvern dodged. Had he kept himself topped up and had an extra 17 HP, then he would have survived that dodge and had another shot. That's why it's important to stay on top of it, because you never know what's going to happen.
That's true. And if you were wondering, the Star Wyvern has stop spell itself.
Oh, it does. Okay. I had missed that in the past. But what spell are you worrying about it stopping? Like, you know...
you want to stop the stop spell so that they keep casting stop spell, I believe.
I guess that makes sense, but obviously I guess it's not a very... He's learning it's not a very high percentage stop spell.
Nope. Well, it's a jerk bird, so... It's gonna do what it's gonna do, right?
Yes indeed.
arnpoly getting pretty close to level 10. One big fight away.
Marashu did stop to heal a little bit there.
Yeah, I think he's good with one return home. I don't think he wants to have to deal with another one.
Yet he takes a swing at the blue dragon, and then does not heal. He's taking some risks here.
I don't know if the swing was intended or the kind of situation where you just press down a little bit too early and accidentally attack.
I mean, that's obviously a very substantial possibility. I know I probably do that multiple times a seed, so that's also, yeah, a very reasonable possibility.
Yeah, it's fun to do in Sherlock, where you're just, you know, you're walking down, you see some green dragon, you bop in the face and then run away.
Yeah, and it's also fun to do that when you're in a race and you see all of chat be like, why is he trying to fight this? Like, well, I wasn't.
So you were correct. There was a magic armor in Cole, and I think Marashu just saw that and went like, "Oh, oops, maybe that's a bit mistake." But I don't think. Yeah, you don't. Well, you don't have the gold grind left, so you don't reset out of this. You accept. You just have a silver shield, and then move out. Arnpoly gets the experience lead with this metal slime, but is exploring a whole lot of nothing.
Marashu's finally gotten across the swamp. I wonder if he's going to do a quick spike check there first, though. Yep. I do like this at 122. You can damage race a lot of things.
Like a green.
That's the best thing to damage race at this point in time. And of course, if you're just going to crit, you're going to damage race most things.
Arnpoly checks another spark over tile.
I do appreciate the commitment.
Maybe in a little bit of panic, but remembers the memes. Have to respect that. Ooh, first red dragon of the seed immediately gets away.
I will say it's one thing to, respect the memes, but the next thing is, what if you were that magic person to finally find something on the Sparko tile? Like, you just want to be that. You want that thing to your name, so you gotta give it a shot.
With that green dragon, Marashu took back the experience lead, and it seems to be growing very quickly. Very close to level 11 now. Only one more kill.
Yeah, fill up to full here, and you probably can get 2 more before having to heal again. Or maybe even 3. But we're just gonna fill up to 103 and go back at it and see what level 11 brings. Might bring us a heal more and make all of that excess healing much less necessary and get you up faster.
The crit is a great way to get a level. It's been a lot of crits for Marashu this seed so far.
Indeed.
1, 3, 13, and 2. That's just all HP. We're at 135 now.
Yeah, and our strength is still flatlining, so this is feeling an awful lot like a Death Necklace seed.
Which we have not seen yet.
And at this point, with the silver, Marashu fears nothing as far as damage, and only the Knights, Magiwyverns, and Demon Knights are not defense broken at this point among the non-Sherlock enemies. So, can take a lot of these nice mid-level fights with 0 risk.
And, yeah, we've seen Breckenary, and Breckenary is really in the end of nowhere. But we've also seen Cantlin pretty close, and if Marashu goes north coming out of the swamp, he's going to find Cantlin immediately. And yeah, you were talking about this a little bit earlier. Getting Fairy Waters here would speed up exploration a lot for our players. Marashu's found a grind now. You see the green dragons there. The green dragon does not have anything awful. You're in great position to kill it very easily. Just have to heal up. So this would be a great situation to just Fairy Water and just try to move through the map as quickly as possible. But he elects to go south.
Yeah, and he'll be kicking himself about that later on. I mean, it's not like it's a wrong decision or anything, it's just, you gotta pick one way to go and you do it. But, unfortunately, sometimes you just go the wrong way and, spend a whole lot of time exploring absolute nothing.
Arnpoly is going to get his, Shala goodies with the harp and then the token. Whereas Marashu actually didn't get very far in the Swamp Continent, actually was sent home. Actually, we still don't know if there was a connection with Swan Continent and Regular Continent that would be a little bit farther to the west.
Well, Marashu definitely feels like he's got more to explore, because he is saying, okay, I don't want to go back across that swamp.
Well, it's an interesting choice. Yeah, exploring is a good idea. Sitting on the green a little bit, up to heal more and repel, and maybe hurt more would probably be a good idea, because we have no real offense right now. And so these fights are a little bit wasted. There's a lot of options for our players, and I feel like all of them are kind of valid.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, I probably would sit on that green dragon. Yeah, we don't have a lot of resources. Yeah, healing is a little slow. But at the same time, it's super close to start. And your real way to get through further exploration, given this map, is going to be able to throw some heal mores out there, or even have enough MP to cast more heals. Because you just run out of resources so fast here.
Just a bit north here. Arnpoly ends up in Coles, going to get his disappointment.
Marashu gets mercy ruled by an Axe Knight. Fortunately, had his health very high and was able to absorb those 3 hits.
And I think we have an answer for Arnpoly. He's not going to set up a gold grind. He did not even check the shop in Cole. He is going full speed.
Well, he did check the shop in Cantlin and saw full plate and silver shield. So if he decided to do a gold grind, he's, probably thinking, oh, I'll just go there. I'm not going to come all the way out here. I already know where the goodies are.
That makes sense. Yeah, and you're right, Cantlin is closer as well. And another Metal Slime from Marashu. We had bad luck with them early on, but now they seem to be falling pretty often.
Oh, and apparently Cantlin did have magic armor in another shop, so he is aware of all the goodies, so no need to check anything else.
Alright, that makes sense. Red Dragon, however. Let's send Marashu back home. So we haven't seen them a lot, but they're present on the map. And I think this Red Dragon getting stopped by Axe Knights, Marashu had pretty amazing run luck for a good portion of the seed, like at the start for exploration. But agility is actually just 68, and there is a lot of shot luck on the map. So I think I agree with you that sitting on the green would be a great idea here.
Yeah,
Let's see if
and
Marashu does the same.
I will just I'll stop harping on it, but I'll point out that at 135 HP, you can absorb 3 hits from anything. Marashu only filled himself up to like 93 hit points after the previous battle, and therefore couldn't absorb that 3rd hit from the Red Dragon. So keep your health topped up, people.
Heal, please. Emotes in the chat if you have them. There's a few of them flying around. And it's not only something we see in DWR, it's something we see in pretty much every RPG randomizer.
Marashu is just going to go right back across, not going to grind any further, so hopefully this time when he goes across he heads north instead. Didn't like the werewolves in that desert down south, let's see what we can find up north.
Adding also, I don't think none of our players have checked coordinates yet. Only Arnpoly has seen Cantlin. But there is level 12 for Marashu.
One, 5, 15, 11.
15 HP again, with only 1 strength and utility spell. Well, these levels are starting to look a lot like each other. I don't know.
This is one of those things where you wish you had two death necklaces to equip.
Yep. Well, there was a bit of MP in this level at least. So yeah, Marashu's going to find Catelyn.
And on the other end of arnpoly, he's not going to bother checking any shops here because he knows if I want stuff, I know where it is. And so our coordinates are, drum roll, 20 north and 20 east. Oh man, that have been gettable for a long time.
Oh, he's actually going to come out of there instead of insta-dying. I'm a little bit surprised because that is an easy count, and there's nothing in the way for that count.
Yeah, and it's not like this position is particularly amazing. It's right across swamp, which is right by start. So it's not like, well, I too far out. I want to finish exploring this area first. So yeah, I would just absolutely take that immediate death warp.
Arnpoly runs out of resources and runs out of map in this little area. I think he's going to be dying soon. Maybe he's going to walk in the swamp right here. And sadly, there was nothing in this section of the map for him.
Oh, Aaron points out that this is perfect yogi count.
Yes, it is a perfect yogi count. You just gotta wiggle 20 times. It's kind of fun to do.
The yogi count, for those who are unaware, is from Yogi the Monk, who said when you are counting coordinates, rather than doing the stutter stepping going across one direction and then another way, just go in diagonals, up, left, up, left, up, left, up, left, and then you are moving in a constant smooth motion, but still getting a stuttered count that you can, that you can easily keep track of.
No, sorry, Aaron. It is not a perfect yogi count. You cannot do it because there's some mountains in the way to go perfectly diagonal. It is disappointing, but you would have to do 10, 10, and 10 finish in a diagonal. Arnpoly does not check the spike. Well, that's disappointing. I think if he finds the green here, he's going like, oh yeah, I need to sit here for a little bit. I think Marashu got sent back by a Druid Lord, I believe. And also chooses not to go check the courts. It seems like he's continuing north.
And we have the stones. Have we seen the Jerk Cave yet?
No, we've seen Harp Shrine close to Garinum, but I don't think we've seen the Jerk. But now we've seen Rimeldar. That is a bit northwest of Catelyn. What a flute.
So that leaves us with Hawksness potentially having armor or the Death Necklace, and of course we have those other chests hiding around, but in terms of search locations with a key item, we don't have a guarantee because we don't have the cursed belts to support it, but decent odds of armor being at Hawksness.
Marashu is taking a lot of unnecessary deaths here. Just got killed by a magic wyvern as well.
Yeah, it was a pretty nasty sleep lock there.
Well, I don't think he tried to stop spell it, however.
And I'm not sure if he tried to sleep it either. He's been kind of going aggressively on the swings. Got 150 HP, got 90 attack power. You feel like, yeah, I can just damage race anything. I don't need to worry about the dangers. But unfortunately, sleep can drain your HP very, very quickly.
Just east of Rimeldar, just one screen east, is Hawksness. That's the final main check that we have to see. And he's going to get level 12 just before.
Given that extra 15 hit points for whatever this spike tile is. I mean,
you can race a lot of stuff with that HP.
I would be fine with literally anything here. If I see the golem, obviously I'm going to throw sleep first, but you can damage race a red dragon with these stats here.
I'm not sure at 90 AP if you can raise the red. I think it's going to take you maybe 6 attacks to win, and that might be too much. But everything else, yeah, you're good. And Axe Knight is good here.
And now Marashu is right here, and so we'll be able to continue on doing the same things that arnpoly is doing right now very shortly. So we're really starting to converge very, very closely, and there is armor on those coordinates. So when Marashu finds that, he will be done once he finds the jerk and is going to be in grind and go.
Yeah, and the situation is going to be, you can just sit on the Axe Knight until you run out of MP. There's a town pretty close, and once you get hurt more, it is going to be the superior grind, so... the only thing you need to find is the jerk. I don't know if there's a big hurry to go immediately for it or wait for repel. But he goes north from here instead of east. He might catch it. Yeah, he does catch it.
We'll see if he opts to sit here for a few moments after getting the armor. And now that he has the armor, arnpoly probably is going to go get those coordinates. So, like a lot of the races we've seen this first round of the playoffs, wildly divergent paths end up converging very close to endgame, and it's going to give us a pretty tight finish.
Yep. Now, the last thing really we're going to be wondering is, does one of our player actually commit to check if one of the chests outside of Sherlock has the Death Necklace, or is both of our players going to gamble it's in Sherlock? And there is also the question, where is the jerk? Because right now we only have 3 chests. Like, we have Tablet and we have the Bottom of Grave, so that's not much, but we haven't seen Tablet yet.
arnpoly just did the almost perfect Yogi count. He had to do 2 east and 2 up one time, and then did the perfect right up, right up, right up, right up, and ended up getting his stones. It was indeed a thing of beauty.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah, so now we are completely caught up in exploration, and it is a race to the Jerk Cave. And once you find that, you grind and go. I mean, you could wait till you grind and get there, but man, with this HP and the way strength is flatlined, I'm always worried the next level's going to give us some massive boost. Although we also need a ton of MP, so I don't know.
Yeah, we're 2 stats that are lagging. I'm less worried if there's 2 stats that's lagging. If it's just HP, sometimes you're going to get a 50 HP chunk, and then you go like, oh, okay, all right. But if it's both MP and strength, it becomes a lot less likely. Then that go level is going to happen very quickly. 48 strength at level 12 is not a lot of strength.
Yeah,
it's pretty weak.
Just because of his experience total, I might have stayed at the Axe Knight just to get level 13 if I were a Marashu, but either way, he's going to get there very quickly. arnpoly is going to check Deep Grave.
Yep, I think he recognizes the situation with the Death Necklace, and he wants to make sure there's no stones unturned outside of Sherlock. He wants to know for sure what level is going to be go here. It's a defensive play. I guess he doesn't. He must not feel that behind, because I feel like this is kind of the gamble you take that makes a lot of sense. And a torch is the first chest.
Yeah, I often kind of feel like Death Necklace is overrated, and I think doubles are underrated, just as a general rule. So obviously with strength this low, there is a threshold where Death Necklace is a massive, massive improvement, and these low strengths are the situations. And there's also another situation where it's a massive improvement, and that's when your HP goes above 148, because that's almost entirely wasted HP. Because, you know, if you use 48 as the baseline for, if you use 49 as the baseline for how much the Dragon Lord can hit you, I'll just stop that and say Marashu goes into tablet and immediately exits, so he has no interest in the Death Necklace. But yeah, once you go above that, then when you get in the range that you have to heal from the Dragon Lord, you're never going to fill that HP up. So there is those extra HP above 148 only give you one value, and that's the initial swing on the Dragon Lord. And so,
Oh.
Well, one of those stats just showed up.
Not yet, but the strength showed up here. 22. That's a big chunk.
But yeah, so once you get above 148, all of a sudden the Death Necklace becomes a much nicer tool again. I will say, just for history's sake, Marashu originally set, which is now tied, the record for lowest attack power to ever beat the Dragon Lord at 116. So he is comfortable going in at those low APs. He's not so worried about the Death Necklace.
Fairy Water for chest 5 in the grave. So the grave is a dud. And we don't know about tablet, even though we've seen it. What part of the map remain to be explored? I don't think we've explored the entirety of the southeast. I think that's where arnpoly is going. No, I think that was tablet, actually. I think Marashu's back to tablet.
We'll see if maybe he's thought again about it and wants to go check for a Death Necklace, or if that just happens to be the way he's exploring. Nope.
Never mind, that was the jerk. Oh, well, Marashu's now in the driver's seat, I believe. Now, which grind is he going to choose? Is he going back to the Axe Knight, or is he going to go to the green? I think both choices are defensible, but you're going to get hurt more within 3 levels.
In general, my thought process to it would be which one's the faster refill, but I really can't answer that either, because the Death Warp here, sending you back to the castle is real close, and also on the other side, Rimmeldar's super close to Hawksness, and so it's a very fast refill too, so I don't think refill time is particularly different. I don't think resource usage is that different. I think it's generally going to take you 3 swings to get anybody down, and so I think you'll cover both ranges in the 3rd swing and rarely cover the range in the 2nd swing. So I think the Green Dragon makes more sense, just the fact that it's 5 more experience.
Also, yeah, he's only 3 defense away from defense breaking it. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but turns out Jerk is maybe a screen and a half away from Cantlin to the west. It's really close to Cantlin.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they both missed it kind of the first time around. And to kind of address a comment in chat about players opening up the drop early on. The Rainbow Drop does not leave your inventory, and so there is no benefit to you to opening it up early, except for you take an extra step into the castle that you don't need to set it off and then go back out. So setting it off early is actually a, just marginally less efficient play, but a lot of players do like to do that anyway, for whatever reason suits them.
Just to make chat talk. That's a good enough reason.
Yeah, there will often be comments when they do that. They also like to fake the commentary out, where they're like, oh, are they going to, are they going to go check Charlock for the armor? Are they going to go check Charlock for whatever? And then, oh, here they go. They're going right into it. Let's see what happens. And then they walk right away again. And, faked us out.
Right, arnpoly is not going to be looking for grinding immediately. He is going for the jerk first. And sadly has not seen where the jerk actually is, and is going to explore the top of the map.
Yeah, he's kind of retracing the steps that Marashu took, so I think pretty soon he's going to go west and find the Tablet Cave, and I imagine he'll dive that if he was willing to dive Grave, and then he'll go south from there and he'll see the Jerk.
Talking about inventory, I believe if one of our players had actually committed to get some fairy waters, it would have accelerated their exploration a lot. We're seeing a lot of small fry here. We're bopping poltergeists 1 hour in. Never feels very good. They are the worst.
I do feel like now that fairy water, is that? No, I think that's tablet. Yeah. Now that fairy water is a damaging item, it's thought of as repel is not as high as it was when that was its only purpose, and so I think a lot of players, when they don't need offense, don't think to buy it.
And probably an herb. So we have confirmation 100%. The Death Necklace is in Shala. And is very likely to be a factor.
Yeah, I don't love, I don't know, with these grinds, I might be more apt to take another level if it's close enough that Death Necklace would be that substantial. We did get Repel. We got pretty much nothing else at the next level, but we did get Repel, which, as we just mentioned, is not trivial.
Arnpoly is going to get his drop. Has a little bit more information than Marashu on the position of the Death Necklace, but is 1 level behind. If the go level ends up being fairly marginal, and we have the difference in there, we could have a dive that's pretty close between both players. It could get interesting. The Silver Shield is going to help Marashu. If he fills up in the Fairy Waters, he should get a better dive, because it's going to repel a lot of things. I mean, I guess the agility should grow over the next few levels. Like, it was just one, I believe, 1 strength at level 14, so we're still kind of in the same situation with no MP. So yeah, 14, not the level. Oh, good crit again on the Green Dragon. I think Marashu wins the crit war in this seed.
Yeah, I'm going to be very interested to see what his crit rate is versus the standard 1 in 32.
Go green with Fight Fight. Doesn't do much. I think the Axe Knight is the exact same with Fight Fight. Small disagreement here. I think dying would be a little bit faster than going out and healing in Canton. Unless he wants to complete his shopping right now.
Yeah, if you want to complete shopping, yeah, absolutely makes sense to do that. And I can see that. You have traded in for the drop, so your stats are... so your inventory is as empty as it's going to be, and then you go ahead and fill up with fairy water for the dive, either for offense or for repel, but Marashu opting against that, and just going to go right back to the grind, in which case, yeah, I definitely think the Death Warp is faster.
Especially since from Tainted Troll we come from the north, which is less tiles and less encounters.
And especially now that we have Repel, you can get to that encounter without getting stopped by anything.
Arnpoly chooses the Axe Knight. I guess he's betting on a quick hurt more. He's going to be disappointed at 14 at least. But other than the 1,000 experience difference, really not much is separating our two players. Both have all of the information. Well, maybe Marashu does not know about, is not guaranteed to have the Death Necklace in Sherlock. I don't know if he's going to check Grave or Tablet. I don't think he will. Else he would have checked Tablet when he was there.
Yeah, I think you don't bother with it while you don't even know if you're going to need it. You know, we look at that AP, we also look at that MP, and by the time the MP gets somewhere, maybe the AP's, popped up enough. So, rather than go looking for it, if it comes to it, and I need the Death Necklace, and it's go, maybe I go check Tablet out real fast, because it's very nearby, to see if it's in there. I don't think there's any world in which I go into Grave. I will gamble on Sherlock. But, that is an option, is to go check one chest that you know is outside of Sherlock first. But you don't need to bother checking it, at least until you even know if Death Necklace would be important.
Also, I'm kind of curious on the melee difference of these two grinds, so I'm kind of happy they're both doing different grinds here. I'm kind of curious about what is going to be the actual difference, and how much it's going to differ between the both of them. Yeah, you have to think the green is a little bit faster right now, but as soon as you get hurt more, you can switch to immediately hurt more in the Axe Knight. However, the distance is not big. Like, you just have to come out, heal in Canton, and go right north from Canton to find Foxness.
Yeah, the more interesting thing to me is Marashu going to change his grind location if Hurt More is at level 15?
And it's not.
0, 5, 16,
Heal more, though. Heal more is 9. A little bit of MP. We're still far from go with the... 8 heal mores, but 116 attack power is no bueno, even with all that HP in the world. With the Death Necklace, we'd be at 126 attack power, and that would not be it. Yeah, well, if Marashu continue critting, he's going to improve his lead.
Yeah, as it's in chat, Crit Shoe is definitely the fastest way to do it. And yes, that is true. If you want to just crit every monster, you will indeed have a very efficient grind.
Also, thank you very much to Nest Cardinality for the raid. Hello, Nescar chat. Hope you're having a great evening. This race is pretty close, where both our players are go mode and grinding to finish the seed, and it might be a little bit of a long grind. So if you want to grab a drink, now's good. We could be here for a little bit.
Yeah, everybody has all the things that they can get in the overworld. We know that the Death Necklace is on Sherlock, and so the Death Necklace is... so we know the Death Necklace is Sherlock, so if it becomes relevant with 162 HP, very well might. They will have to go find that, and potentially a decision between going Judges first and going to the Treasury first would be, a potential change. Or if Marashu makes a different decision at level 16, if it's a Death Necklace seed, because he has not seen all the chests.
Yeah, that would give arnpoly the chance to come back a little bit. Because that lead now, he's close to a 2,000 experience lead. And growing. Yeah, arnpoly's catching a lot of enemies on the way. I don't think he's put Repella.
Well, it is worth noting that he has only 75 defense because he doesn't have the Silver Shield. So, like, that Demon Knight is something that Marashu would have repelled, but he will not. And that 10 defense could also be part of why things are going a little easier for Marashu, is because his opponent, or his enemies, are hitting him for a couple less damage per swing.
And 2.5 damage per swing is, like, it's going to add up over a long run, for sure. It makes a big difference. It's going to be probably 7.5 to 10 damage per fight because it takes a lot of attacks to kill right now since our strength is low.
Yeah, and given that, that's like a heal every 2 or 3 fights, so it is an MP drain to have less defense.
Oh yeah, this is the kind of seed where having the silver shield, taking the extra 3 minutes to set up the gold grind and getting the silver shield is actually a time save, and not just for safety.
Yeah, and that doesn't even mention the faster dive you're going to have as you're repelling more stuff, because, with 1 extra agility, Marashu is now going to be repelling star wyverns and werewolves. And we talk about how the Axe Knight's the more efficient grind, but if he gets 7 more agility on the next level, then he is defense breaking those green dragons, and that kind of changes the calculus because you never have to refill again.
That's true, and since this is a situation where our players don't have that much MP, of course the less MP you have, the worse a hurt more grind is, and the better melee grind is. But our strength is also kind of low, so I think the hurt more grind would be faster here still, despite being only at 64 MP. Evaluating these grinds is not easy, people, especially when you're in the race, in a tournament, in the playoffs, nerves, and everything, so... we're comfortable right now, I'm having a drink, it's a good time. These two are playing this scene.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear just Ziggy and me going on and on about, well, you could make this argument for this, or this argument for that, or this whatever, and we've got no pressure on us, and so doing that in the race conditions, feeling ahead, behind, what things do I need to do, what do I, whatever, it is very stressful, and the whole time you're going, should I be doing that other grind? Should I be doing that other grind? But I do have a saying that I use a lot, which is the grind you have is better than the grind you don't. And what that means is if you've got a grind, you don't need to spend your time continually trying to get a better grind, because that's going to be worse for you ultimately than just sticking to the grind you have. If you find a better grind in the process, well then yeah, by all means go with it. But sitting there going, okay, I'm going to go from greens to Axe Knights, well maybe that's not as good, I'll go back to greens, that's going to end up hurting you in the long run. So if you want to make a decision, make the decision and stick with it.
That's right. Yeah, no repel is biting arnpoly a little bit in the butt, got slept locked by Drone Lord for a little bit.
Yeah, even with large shield, he's definitely would be repelling a Druid Lord.
Yeah, and you're right when you say the green you have is better than the green you don't, because I'm pretty sure arnpoly has not checked the spike in Swamp. Oh, 10 strength, 4 agility, 4 HP, 5 MP. Radiant and hurt more for Marashu. Well, that increases the strength, but you don't exactly have... You do not defense break the green.
Well, honestly, if you dive and go get the Death Necklace, that puts you at 136 attack power. Death Necklace is going to drop you down to like 122 HP. You would need 2 doubles, and if you got 2 doubles, you could probably cover the range. I don't think it's as unreasonable as someone might think, but I also probably would just sit there and go at it, because going off to try to find the Death Necklace can in of itself be a time sink, and then to take a high risk on top of that. Maybe if I were in arnpoly's position and thought I was way behind, I might do it. But...
Yeah, I would grind 1 more, but I would probably switch to the Axe Knight here.
The other option...
he's not going to. I mean, he's already here, so I guess you just kill the green, but... The other,
I was going to say the other option is grinding on the dive, but no, you don't want to do that when MP's the lagging stat.
No, not at 69 MP. You would hope for high strength, and that's not guaranteed. So So the grind continues, but 17 is very, very likely to be go. And to, well, and we know the Death Necklace is in Shalak. So Marashu might gamble here, but we know he's okay.
You know, and I don't know what all you can attribute it to, maybe lack of repel, maybe some other stuff, but in this process where we were trying to evaluate these two grinds, the experience lead has gone from 1200 experience to 2400 experience in that process, so this green grind may have very well been the better option the whole time.
Yes, as well as the Silver Shield, as well as the Repel, as well as the crits. Marashu just got one more crit right here.
That's a good point. The crits definitely have played a big role in this seed.
Yeah, we've seen kind of a same kind of situation in the first race between Aaron and Destiny, where Aaron did not see the heal more on the Axe Knight, and Destiny, oh boy, did he see the heal more on the Axe Knight. And sometimes you can have a little bit of variance in grind speed, even if both players play the same grind. So, but in this situation, I think I agree with you. The Green Dragon, for the entire time you're meleeing, is the best grind. Now it hurt more, like, if there is absolutely no stats, and we're going at 18, I think switching to the Axe Knight would make sense. One more crit. What's one more? No difference at all. But, yeah, I mean, the green was probably a lot more consistent here.
And you kind of mentioned it earlier, but, you know, you have... What? You have, 13 Hurtmores, so that's gonna get you, 2,000 experience if you land everyone on an Axe Knight?
Yeah, and you can melee a couple to finish a level if you need to. So I feel like it would be one level a trip.
But of course, I guess if you're hurt more, you probably don't have to worry that much about heal mores, but you might only get a couple, you might have to heal more once or twice, and that could also drain some. So yeah, I could, yeah, again, it's such an interesting question. I don't know that there's an easy answer.
No, that's why, like, I feel like this game is another crit. What the heck? Oh well, for the level, let's see what 17 is. 4, 1, 4, 6. Oh, now we're at 9 heal mores. More chance of doubles because we're going to hit 130 HP. We're getting at 140 attack power. In my opinion, 17 is a clear go, but Marashu disagrees.
Well, this could be where the Death Necklace thing is weighing on him. Okay, look, I can sit here and get this extra level here and give myself probably a guarantee win just in every situation, or I can gamble on... Oh, wait. We have 130 attack power? We had a much bigger strength gain than I thought there was. So, no. Sorry, I'm getting myself all confused.
arnpoly, you have hurt more now. Please cast the first one.
So yeah, 140 with Death Necklace, which, yeah, is very much clear go with 170 hit points. But 130 with 170, that's doable, but you'd need to get 4 or 5 extra swings, which, again, is doable with 170 hit points. So, you know, I don't mind the decision to go ahead and go. I mean, I would go regardless, thinking of Death Necklace, but he's getting the Fairy Waters, I imagine, trying to prep himself in case the Death Necklace isn't here, he can go fight with the Fairy Waters.
Yeah, I believe arnpoly should be switching to hurt more now. He continues milling. Oh, Marashu's actually going to dive. I think he just kept killing a few greens while he was just thinking, okay, What's my stats? Yeah, you do the math in your head, and if you're not sure about the math, it's not a bad idea to just keep killing a little bit.
Yeah, you glance at your stats, find out what they are, then go kill a couple monsters while you look at your chart, you do some math, and then finally like, okay, let's go, because, you do see players open those stats up and just stare at them for like 20-30 seconds. And that's time they could be getting potential experience they might want.
Well, we're getting something completely different here. Oh, that's an opening for arnpoly, I think. Yeah, Marashu's actually dive and grinding.
I guess this is the way he's trying to hedge his bets.
But he killed a blue dragon, but not a red.
May just be, after killing that many green dragons, you might be a little frazzled, and just trying to clear your head on what exactly you want to do. That could also be it. We talked about accidentally swinging to start off with, so maybe you accidentally swung at the blue dragon, and it's like, why not just finish it off? Well, but then again, now we are swinging at the red dragon, so I don't really know what his plan is here.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to watch it and discover.
As I said earlier, dive and grind would be a great decision if it was anything but MP that was trailing. But with MP trailing, if you have to use any MP to make this dive, it's very unlikely you're going to be improving your situation dramatically with other stats going up.
Adding to that, 76 agility is not amazing. It's very serviceable, but it's not an amazing stat right now. So there's some fights that could be dangerous. Golem with okay, did not back attack sleep.
Yeah, with the golems, I'm just fluting and getting out of there, but I'm fluting every time.
Uh-oh. Oh, wakes up.
May have been a long time since he's seen anything but a green dragon. He just didn't remember that.
Well, he saw the sleep. I think when he got the sword at the beginning of the seed, right? That's the only time he saw a sleep on a golem. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been an hour and a half.
Well, he's not going to go check Judge's table. If you're not going to check Judge's table now, I would just not check it. I would rather go ahead and go on towards the Dragon Lord at what we've got right here. Who knows what you might find at a spike. I mean, your defense breaking the green dragons, when there's a green dragon at a spike, you can easily get the next level, but you go ahead and just say, I'm going to play forward, I'm not going to try to go back and get that death necklace now.
And arnpoly now Hurtmoring the Axe Knight is going to get level 17 very soon. If this dive goes south for Marashu, this could get very interesting. Marashu is getting to the bottom floor now. Not too dangerous so far.
Those golems scare me every time, and that's why I use the flute every time too, because one of those run fails results in a sleep, and they can drain your entire power no matter, even with 170 hit points. And the death necklace in the $150 chest.
That was not too complicated for Marashu. Has he used herbs on the dive?
He has used, I don't think all of them, but he has used some.
Okay. Just a little bit worried that walking at 70 HP.
Well, yeah, I would be worried to walk at 70 HP with these golems.
And arnpoly here. Clear decision. Well, he has to get away from the Star Wyvern, but he's going to be healing. And he's going to be diving immediately at 17.
And in chat, Hoodie mentioned this.
That's a pretty
chat, Hoodie
crowded
mentioned
bottom
this.
floor for Marashu.
And is, you know, it's worth pointing out, when your HP is this high, it's actually even better idea to keep yourself really high, because you're not going to walk off 100 hit points. So you might as well keep yourself up at 130 or whatever, rather than the lower area, you know, the borderline area you would do before, because you're not going to walk that off anyway, so it's not wasted, you know, herbing or healing.
Ooh, there's a decision here. You cannot really sacrifice the heal more, can you?
Yeah, you really can't.
Oh boy. So wakes up on the first turn after the flute.
I actually think I
this
do
could
waste
get-
a heal more here. I need 12 swings, 8 heal mores with 124 hit points. I'm gonna get a double.
Uh-oh. That's a punch. Still asleep. That's a big punch. Still asleep. Third punch. Still asleep! Oh no! Marashu gets sent home at the Dragon Lord during... And arnpoly is diving now. Oh, that is... Wow, what a swing. That was 4 turns, right?
I think so.
Oh, that's a painful death here for Marashu, and he's gonna have to refill his herbs in Cantlin and go back.
And that's, I was saying I would have used that, because the second part I was going to say with that, before I was stupefied by that golem, was, then you also have extra MP to heal yourself up, so that, you know, because you are having a whole lot of MP or a whole lot of HP that you want to make up still. Even after Death Necklace, you know, again, 124 HP I think it is. Having that extra healing is going to benefit you still. So I would be willing to sacrifice that for an attempt at safety. Of course, having said that, we don't know what the Golem's stop spell resist is. Marashu tried it once at the beginning of the game and it landed, but, you know, they can have up to 6 out of 16, so if it's a, you know, 5 out of 16 or 6 out of 16 resist, you could throw that stop spell, break it, and still not work. He still wake up, throw you to sleep. So, you know, it's not a surefire fix, but it definitely feels safer to me to give that a shot than to try to just hope he's not going to wake up and sleep you.
The red dragons in Zone 1 gave Marashu a big help here. arnpoly actually managed to get out of Zone 1, but it got really hairy for a moment. Also, wait a... arnpoly does not know about the sleep on the golem, does he?
I'm not sure.
Marashu actually did not reherb. He went straight in. arnpoly also has to go grab the dead necklace. So depending on which order he opens the chests in, that could make things very, very close.
Yeah, Marashu's using this fairy water. Now that he has the death necklace, he doesn't have to worry about holding those on for damage, so he's using those to repel, and he's repelling, 4 monsters in Charlock, and he saw green dragons, he saw wizards in here when he was making his last dive, so he is having a very, very fast trip down here to the basement, or he was until that golem back attacked and put into sleep.
And Axe Knight is giving arnpoly oh, he grabs the first chest here, gets his death necklace, immediately going towards the Dragon Lord.
They're going to converge right beside each other. This is going to be a really interesting end.
Oh my god, arnpoly's just getting every encounter possible. Every tile actually turns the corner here while Marashu is almost getting mercy rolled by an Axe Knight. We are 10 tiles away. Oh, this is a ridiculous encounter rate for arnpoly.
Marashu just used an herb, and he has 4 more left, so maybe he didn't use that many on his previous dive, which is why he didn't feel the need to re-herb.
And he's just going to walk through. Marashu gets the lead again and stalls the golem first.
Well, again,
is he
arnpoly
going
just
to-
ran
yeah.
into a green dragon as his last encounter, which Marashu was going to with. That silver shield helped out, and it does not appear that arnpoly knew about sleep because he just swung.
Now he knows. And Marashu gets slapped by the golem. It's going to flute. Oh, is flute luck going to decide who starts a Dragon Lord first?
I'm kind of surprised arnpoly doesn't throw a stop spell while the golem's asleep there.
Yeah, they don't want to lose the heal more. And Marashu gets through the golem first.
But arnpoly would not lose the heal more if he threw the stop spell, which is why I was kind of
Oh, you're
arguing
right.
on it. Marashu both times has used a repel right before going in, and took it down to 73. You count left, I'll count right.
Alright. Yeah, Marashu is a fool about 15 seconds ahead of arnpoly. And chooses the herb. Is arnpoly going to choose the herb or just melee? Ooh, herbing here. Oh, that is going to be very consequential. arnpoly starts deal 2 first. You said that count left, right?
Yes, you count left.
19.
13.
33.
24. 42.
Big hits for arnpoly. So that's 52.
57.
66. 79.
75.
17 and almost a double.
94.
96 for arnpoly. It's getting big hits. 114 and a double.
111.
130 for arnpoly.
127.
142. Oh, this is so close.
137.
153. He has to heal more here. Oh, is this attack good for Marashu?
147.
It is not, but
he's gonna double.
arnpoly will defeat the Dragon Lord first. And
Oh,
go back home.
161.
GG in the chat for arnpoly, who somehow pulls the win out of nowhere. In this amazing race, Marashu was 2 attacks away, is going to see the finish a few seconds before I'm going to get ninja'd here. GG to both our players. Oh my goodness, what a finish.
A final difference of 12 seconds.
Wow. That was, yeah, 12 seconds? Yeah, that's 2 turns using an herb. That is... oh my goodness. Well, of course the golem was a little bit more significant, but, oh my, what a finish between both our players. How many times did they switch leads in the end?
A lot.
So, yeah, arnpoly was in the way up earlier than Marashu. Marashu caught him and got to the golem first and killed the golem first. Then arnpoly defeated Dragon Lord 1 first. That was the final swing. arnpoly had really good swings in the fight. It was kind of crazy. And doubles. I think the doubles helped a lot as well. Damn. Well, we're gonna have some questions for our players. I don't know. It's pretty late. I am not currently in the chat. Do you have any idea if any of them are coming for an interview? I might have lost Tilo. I'm sorry.
You didn't
Well,
lose me.
that
I was just trying to
okay.
get everything else
So-
figured out first.
Sorry, I was afraid you would just. Wow. Okay, arnpoly, one bonk. I think you could not afford to bonk this race actually for the win. This is the amount of bonks he needed. 12 crits. I don't think we've seen the crit raise for Marashu. I'm a little bit disappointed. With arnpoly being a little bit under average.
Right, Marashu told me before the race that he would not. His mic is broken, so he will not be in for an interview. Arnpoly is going to try to come in.
Oh, what an amazing bottom floor of Sherlock here. So much divergence. The golem just giving Marashu the business 4 entire turns. And yeah, both players would have been entirely fine at 8 Eamors, like comfortably. So, not using the stop spell, very consequential here.
Polly's in the waiting room. I don't seem to be able to drag him in for some reason.
I don't have the ability to bring him in either. But I think you're pulling the audio from Discord, so I guess what we could do is just join him in the waiting room.
That is an option. You can try that. Hello, arnpoly. GG.
Can you hear us? Yeah, you were wondering that he would try, so maybe he has some issues with Discord.
A few more moments to see if we can't figure out what might be going on. Or if we're going to be able to get him or not.
Discord is doing its thing. As it will.
Marashu had 411 attacks and 22 crits. So that's about a 1 in 20 crit rate.
That is an amazing crit rate. That's... Oh, I'm jealous. I'm very, very jealous. Yeah, so close to double the amount of crits arnpoly actually had. He ended up with 12.
Arnpoly does not appear to be able to hear anything. Can you hear us now?
That's not a good sign.
Alright, I think we may try one more time and then we will move on to the next business item. I'll go ahead and mention it while we're trying to get that figured out. That after this, we will be showing a race, a vodcast of the race from a couple of days ago between the American Dream and somebody named Ziggy.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
And so we'll...
He probably lost that race too. But I am not going to spoil what happens in that race. In fact, I will not be joining you on commentary for that one, however, Tillo. I guess I'm simply going to watch what happened to me. I don't, maybe what happened to me is different if I watch it again compared to what happened before. This is a very random game, right?
Yeah, maybe it's like a Schrodinger's dragon where I hear it changes when you observe it.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. The Dragon Lord is both alive and dead. Well, I think that's going to be it for us tonight, sadly, for our winner today, arnpoly. Discord is doing the Discord thing, so we're unable to get an interview going, but that was some amazing finish, that's for sure. Very exciting towards, up until the very end. I'm very glad I got to see this live. That was really fun.
All right, so with that, go ahead and sign off with this. Thank you very much, Ziggy, for joining me. GG to arnpoly and Marashu for making a... Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe we have one last chance. arnpoly says he can hear us. We just can't hear him yet.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey!
he's alive!
There's
Hello!
an arnpoly!
Technical
GG!
issues. Well, thank you. That was really something. I was very surprised at the close finish.
Were you a little bit panicking when you found the sword in mountain?
Yes.
A long time into. Because I can confirm you, Marashu had that sword for a while. He actually succeeded in getting it in a single dive at level 4, I believe. That was pretty cool. The music is pretty loud, it seems too low, that chat is saying, so it's hard for chat to hear the interview.
Moved it down. I'll see if that's any better. I can move it down further as needed.
I might have had my sound too loud too. Hopefully that's better.
All right, I think we're good now. So anyway, yeah. So you sat there and grinded for a while, and Marashu branched out. Or Marashu checked Mountain a whole lot earlier and was able to get that sword, and so was just kind of mowing some stuff down.
Yeah, I checked it early, because we had all the keys at the start, and I checked it, and I didn't get very far. And let me try to get out and grind a little bit, and sort of forgot about it. And then when things kind of stalled, I think it was like level 7, things started to kind of stall out. I'm like, well, maybe I'll go back and check, and hopefully the sword's not there. Is my exact thoughts, and I saw it, and I knew I was in trouble. So from there, it was just, push the map and try to grind on the go and, see what I could do. I sort of felt that I was making a comeback when I found the armor, because I don't know if I found that earlier or not, but getting that when I did, at level 12 or something, was just strong enough at that point to fight the Axe Knight. I think that was when healing had just come in, but HP was really good, so I knew I could take a chance on it and beat it. And I sort of felt at that point things might have been skewing a little better, but I really had no idea of knowing where I was, just because I knew the start felt bad.
You actually stayed pretty close in XP the whole time, given the fact that he had the sword. You're grinding while the weak monsters and the whatever, you were still able to, you kept plodding away at it, so you were able to keep pace mostly. And then your exploration was just a little bit behind his on the first continent and a little bit ahead of his on the second continent. So you found Cantlin a lot earlier, but didn't check the coordinates. So he got the coordinates before you, but you found Rimeldar and Hawksness a few minutes before he did. So it was really close going around that area. He found Jerk a couple minutes before you did, just the way y'all are exploring. But it was really tight for a lot of it. You were just a little bit of experience behind.
Okay, well, it was a lot closer than I thought.
Well, there was one other unfortunate thing that happened, which is that Marashu actually had dove once and got sleep-locked by the spike golem and died.
Yeah, that was the key. That was it for sure. He told me that in the race room. And I didn't even know, I'd only seen a couple golems. I didn't know they had sleep until I fought the one on the spike.
Yeah, Marashu saw it in Mountain, actually, going for the sword, got slept, got hit only once, then managed to run away and grab the sword. So he actually already knew, like, from the beginning. And he saw more sleep on the dive as well. So if he had forgotten, now he knew for sure.
Yeah, I know I had seen a golem in the mountain and then once or twice on the overworld. Um, but just ran away from them because I wasn't at a point where I could fight them. You really can't fight them in this unless you have the flute, which I had after I had seen them, or, heal more. Because HP was good enough. If heal more had come earlier, I could have fought them a lot earlier. But, at that point, it was just made more sense to run away and try to find some better targets.
Speaking of HP, how did you feel about that HP and every other important stat disparity?
Yeah, the agility wasn't too bad. That came in a lot real early, and then everything else was just kind of lagging behind. The strength didn't matter too much once the sword came in, and then it was just a matter of grinding enough to get enough MP to feel decent about taking on Sharlock. Curious to what everyone thought about going at 17, because I went at 17 and thought 16 maybe could have happened, but I didn't want to chance it. So what's the temperature in the room about that?
I think most people were on board with 17. I was discussing how 16 was reasonable, or was doable, but it was still really risky because you really have to rely on doubles. And so I think most people were in agreement that going to 17 was the play.
Okay. I think I had counted like 12 swings, 8 heal mores at 16. And then HP was good enough with the Death Necklace even. I knew I would have a chance at some doubles. And I had actually considered if I'd had to go to 18, I would have probably bought a Silver Shield, which would have helped then too. Wasn't necessary, but it was getting pretty close in gold to that. It was in the back of my mind.
Yeah, that was one of the other divergences between both of you. Actually, Marashu got a gold grind going fairly early because he found coal kind of quickly. And I believe the way I was seeing it, I feel like you decided not to do a gold grind because you wanted to finish the map as quickly as possible because you knew you were behind because of this word, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. The coal was a little bit too far, and I didn't feel like I was in a good enough spot at that time where I could have gold grind to actually get there to spend it. So, once I got large shield, I sort of just kind of pushed it out of my mind and knew I needed to really be fighting more than spending the time doing the gold grind. Experience is king. And so that was kind of my driving force there.
I will also mention how much we very much appreciated you doing the yogi count to get to that to get to the Stones of Sunlight. It was thoroughly enjoyed by all.
Oh, good. I didn't know that was a thing. But 2020, I was like, well, I'll just stair step it. I don't think I've ever done that before, unless I'm at the last 5 or 6 steps. I'll do that, but not the whole way. That was kind of fun.
All right. Any other questions from you, Ziggy?
Nope.
Anything?
I'm just still a little bit of a shock at how close the ending was. That's really something.
When you watch this back, it will be spectacular. Ziggy was reading your numbers, I was reading Marashu's numbers as y'all were swinging, and our numbers I would go on top of his, he would go on top of mine, etc. It was wild. I've never been that far into a Dragon Lord fight and not been confident which player would at least finish first.
Yeah, it was
and then you got
one.
a couple doubles, and the couple doubles really made the difference.
Yeah, and I could have been just like the last swing. Could have come down to that too. I think I finished like 170, but I had like 152.
Well, Marashu did 161 and he hadn't died yet, so Marashu had to do another swing on top of that. So
yeah,
if he'd had less than
like
161, I don't know where that would have ended up.
Yeah, so I covered the spread on that last hit, and that I mean, that's just a little bit of time. I think it would have. I think I might have still eked it out because I think it was like a 15 or 16 second difference. But yeah, way too close for comfort for sure.
Okay, any other final thoughts on Polly?
I feel extremely lucky to have survived that, and I'll try to carry that through and try to win on Sunday. But yeah, it was good. I expect the other races to go really close and really good as well. So I hope that was entertaining for everyone too. It was very nerve-wracking on this end, but if it made for good viewing, then it was all worth it.
We
I
were
was
very
entertained.
entertained. And
Well, I got nothing else. Thank you very much for having me on, and thank you for the restreaming and commentary. I really appreciate it.
absolutely. With that, thank you, Ziggy, for co-commenting with me. Thank you, Kigalus, for tracking. That's always very, very helpful. And I'm going to cut stream for just a moment so we can change the stream title, and I will be right back, and we will watch a vodcast of Ziggy Dream Round 1.